It sat in the back of a cluttered antique shop in Prague, tucked between rusted bird cages and broken clocks. To most, she was just a relic of the late 1800s, a Victorian doll with a lace collar and eyes that seemed to track the dust motes in the air. But the shopkeeper never touched her without gloves. It wasn't because she was fragile. It was because she was warm. Porcelain is supposed to be cold, like a tombstone in winter. But this doll sat at a constant 98 degrees, radiating a soft, rhythmic heat that defied the drafty room. When a private collector finally purchased the figure, he became obsessed with the source of its heat. He suspected a hidden heating element or a radioactive core. He took the doll to a private clinic after hours and placed her under an industrial X-ray. As the image flickered to life on the blue-tinted monitor, the technician dropped his clipboard. The doll's porcelain chest wasn't empty. Centered behind the clay ribs was a dark, dense, organic mass. And as they watched, the mass moved. It wasn't a gear turning or a spring unwinding. It was a rhythmic, wet contraction, a four-chambered human heart pulsing with the steady beat of a resting child. There were no veins leading out, no blood visible on the X-ray, just a lone, living organ beating inside a body of fired earth and wire. The doll's origins trace back to Elias Thorne, a master clockmaker who lost his daughter to a sudden fever in 1884. Driven mad by grief, Elias turned away from gears and springs, delving into the forbidden intersections of alchemy and anatomy. He didn't want a memorial. He wanted a vessel. Legend says Elias spent years trying to fix what death had broken. He crafted the porcelain shell in his daughter's likeness, but the doll remained cold and hollow. On the night of his own death, the neighbors heard a final, frantic hammering from his workshop. When they broke down the door, they found Elias dead on the floor, his own chest cavity surgically opened and empty. The doll sat on his workbench, and for the first time, its chest began to rise and fall with a phantom breath. Today, the doll is kept in a high-security wing of a museum dedicated to the unexplained. She is housed behind 3 inches of reinforced, airtight glass. There are no batteries, no hidden mechanisms, and yet the heat persists. But it's the mornings that terrify the night shift. Every day at dawn, the janitorial staff finds the exterior of the glass perfectly clean, but the inside is smudged. Small, oily handprints and the blurred outline of a face appear on the interior surface, as if something inside has been pressing against the glass all night, searching for a way out. The motion sensors never trip. The security cameras show no movement. Yet, the fog from the phantom breath lingers on the glass long after the lights come on. We like to think of toys as inanimate, objects we control, things we can put away when we're finished. But when a father's grief bridges the gap between the living and the artificial, the result is something that never truly sleeps. Like and follow Unseen for more tales from the shadows. Tell us in the comments, would you keep a heart that wasn't yours? Be careful what you wish for. Some things are better left hollow.